Sinbad, Volume 8, Night 59, The Reminiscences of Drakon 3. In there, she's still telling her story. Like that, we entered Riem and moved from town to town, heading for a port. Princess Saradine and two of us entered towns along the way to gather information, while Lord Drago concealed himself in the outskirts of each town. From then on, other than the times we met to share food with Lord Drago, we rarely saw each other. I still don't know if that was the right thing to do. Thinking realistically, there's no way Lord Drakon could just walk around a community. You weren't mistaken, however, Drakon. The rest of this is just speculation, but Lisa Hall, that's enough. Lord Drakon just comes in. Lord Drakon! Why are you here? I can no longer feel at ease around so many people. I was unable to sleep. However, I certainly didn't intend to make you responsible for saying all this. Sits down. I'll tell you the rest myself. Do you still wish to hear it, Sinbad? Yes, of course. In the times that we were separated, I had nothing to do but wait. Day after day, I looked at the bright, faraway town below, always waiting. I relied on the food brought to me, but at times, I also attacked passing caravans. Oh. Because I looked like this, they all assumed a new type of monster had appeared and just ran away. I always feared that rumors would eventually make their way back to the town. I didn't want to cause any trouble for the princess and others staying there. Despite that, like eating apples. Squirrels? Okay. Found like 6 squirrels. Okay, you know. I still felt that what I was doing was better than going into the town myself. Over 6 months passed since we fled Pathorvia. We were completely unable to get out of the Riem Empire because we can't leave Riem? No. In times of war, everyone in the country is under strict supervision, and those that are not citizens are not allowed to board any of the ships leaving Riem, because they might be spies. They'll eventually relax those restrictions, but who knows when that will be? In 1 year, 2 years, maybe even longer. Then we'll take land routes. It will take longer, but we just go by carriage. We won't. She's like, huh? No, we can't. We left the Imperial Palace with only clothes on our backs. It's taken us a long time to get this far. We've raised money by selling anything made of precious metal that we had with us, but we have nothing left to pay for any further travel expenses. Oh, so how'd they get there? We kept it a secret, Lord Drago, but in order to pay for our food and lodgings, for everything we needed, we paid for it by working as day laborers. You didn't. Why did you hide that from me? And you helped? If you had just told me, I could have helped you come up with another way. We couldn't tell you. You weren't even able to go in the town with us. What were we supposed to do? That's why we decided that if we needed money, we would work and earn it ourselves. But we reached our limit. It's tired. We have no money for travel. We can't get out of Riem. What will we do now? Huh? She comes in. This is then Drago. Princess, she comes out. You're here. Oh, she cut it off? I sold it. It's an unusual color here, so fetch a good price. Oh. But for our Imperial Princess to cut her hair, an honorable person like you, Princess Saradine, should never have to. If you hadn't done this, we couldn't have eaten. Oh. I washed dishes, picked up trash. If I would earn money, I would do it. My hands and legs are completely worn out. Our food was always just one thin piece of bread. We stayed in a place that looked as if it was meant for horses. Despite all that, I still thought it was better than dying of starvation. We really had no money. But I put up with it. Just shaken. Amongst all that, there were also men who approached me asking me to sell my body. Huh? That alone, becoming just a common lady of the night, was the one thing I refused to do. I thought that for a princess like me, that would be the ultimate disgrace. But I was wrong. Now I've taken a good look at myself. And you know, Drakon, it's like, gone mad. I'm desperately trying to survive every day. I don't know what will happen to me tomorrow. Does the way I live now make me better than a lady of the night? Who in the world would ever believe I'm the imperial princess of Pathuria now? Oh, I think she's tarnished. In this situation, something like my royal pride, won't satisfy our hunger. Tell me, Drakon, what do I have to do in order to stop living this way? If that man had been there. I don't mean Barbaros. I'm talking about someone more fundamental. The dungeon that caused the decay of our empire, and the man who conquered it, Sinbad. If he had been the type of person who pledged his loyalty to his country and supported our emperor, but Barbarossa would have still like killed the king. So our empire would have become the most powerful. The empire would never have been murdered, or the emperor would never have been murdered, and we would all still be headed for greatness, wouldn't we? Everything changed for the worse since that man turned up. Our empire's history, the royal family, everything changed completely. It's his fault. Sinbad is our country's bitter enemy. That man changed everything. It's like, oh, Princess 13. There's a scroll. It's my fault. During our time as fugitives, I kept encouraging Princess Sardine to fulfill her obligations as a member of the royal family. Under those circumstances, perhaps the only way she could endure was to direct all her resentment towards you. Oh, that's why she hates him. But if she didn't go to Sinbad in the first place to like force him under their will, none of this would happen anyways. Like they wouldn't have met. They would have never met. Yeah. In the cargo of one of the caravans, I saw the book you wrote. For me, who had no one left to rely on, it seemed like fate. I didn't care what form it took. I only hoped for your assistance, but as you saw earlier, Princess Sardine is consumed by rage towards you. I secretly consulted with Lady Sahal, and she encouraged me to bring everyone here. Of course, it seems like the princess figured it out when she saw the name Cinderella Trading Company, and she lost her composure upon realizing she had been tricked into coming here. Huh? I won't approve him. He's my bitter enemy. I think I understand now. So that's what happened, huh? I, too, as someone from the Imperial Palace, was resistant to the idea of relying on a person who betrayed our empire. But, like looking, digging, I cannot save the princess alone. But it is still my wish to do so. I want you to let me take us to see Sinbad. It was impossible to continue our travels any longer, or any further, both physically and mentally. This is the truth of our past year. Like, she's outside the door. Also, Sinbad, there's something I wish to ask of you. It's about Princess Sardine. She's only repeated what is convenient for her. She feels great animosity towards you as a member of the Pathurian royal family, which you turn your back on. Okay. However, I am unable to protect Princess Sardine or make her happy. And if I cannot do so in this grotesque form, then I want to leave it to someone greater than I. I want you to protect her. There's no one else I can ask. I want to entrust Princess Sardine to you, Sinbad. That's my wish. Like, what? Everyone's shocked with Sinbad. He's like, Regal's like, down. I beg you. No. Sinbad. Like, I'm sorry for all you've been through. but she's an important person. But she's an important person you have risked your life to protect, isn't she? So you should be the one to protect her until the very end. It's like, but think about what we told you. I'm just a monster that can't do anything. You're wrong. You're not a monster, huh? Like, open his eyes. You haven't changed at all. Aren't you the exact same Drakon I used to know? You're human. A human who shed tears out of worry, pain, and loneliness. There's no reason for you to give up. You need strength to keep going. I'll lend you as much as you need, because, after all, you're my precious friend. Like, looking back, ooh, Sinbad. After taking on this appearance, I intended to throw away my life as a human. I thought I would never be human again. I resigned myself to spend the rest of my life as a monster, but you just bawling. You extend your hand to me. Thank you. I'm glad I met you. Thank you, Sinbad. Everything's like outside. Huh? He just runs away. Like walking down the corridor. Night 60 special. Okay? Sinbad. We're grateful that you listened to our story and shelter us here. If there is anything we can do in return, please name it. We'll lend all our strength to you. Of course, you're part of my company now. I'll be counting on you. Sinbad, there's one last thing. I debated whether or not I should tell you, but it's probably best if you know about my appearance. This strange form I've taken is a result of the power of the household vessel of your Jin Ball. Like, what? I became part of your household in Valafor's dungeon. Yeah. No, more accurately, I had a metal vessel in which the household chose to reside. In Palthuria, I invoked the power of that household vessel. Then the household and I were combined into one being. The household, which is now a part of me, explained all of this to me. Oh yeah, the rock. The household vessel uses the experience and strength of will. Wait. The household vessel uses the experience and strength of will of its user as a starting point, and then advances towards assimilation with the household. This is the solution I was presented with while on the verge of death, to sacrifice my body. That was the pledge I made to the spirit of the household. In order to be assimilated by the household, I sacrificed my human body. That's how I came to assume my current form. Like, what? I'm sure, like, that's not Sinbad, something like Sinbad. I don't think Sinbad really cares what Drago looks like, but he wouldn't want that for Drago. Anyways, if there are other household vessel users beside me, be careful. Unless you want to end like me. Like, oh, we got the what's his name? The leader of the assassins. Wait a minute, Drakon. So it's my fault you look like that? Don't be conceited. This is something I chose. It's nothing you should feel responsible for. You know. Even without knowing the truth behind it, you were willing to take us in. That's more than enough for me, Sinbad. It's like, okay. Then I too will follow the path I choose. The same path that you are walking, along with all the responsibilities you shouldered. Let's look after each other from now on, Drakon. Looking at his, with throwing knives. Sin, you really intend to put your trust in Drakon and the princess and that princess? That girl bears a grudge against you. It's completely unjustified, and I simply cannot accept it. You know? She has to like either resolve it, like, and just let it go, or she has to like go. Frankly, I object. Syndra Trading Company has only just gotten on the right track. Our whole future lies ahead of us. I understand how you feel, but their very existence will cause a disturbance to those around them. You intend to shelter them. You should do it somewhere else. Yeah. What? Couldn't they like buy another like place? Like shelter them there? For example, We could see if we can send them to one of our allied countries as guests. Yeah, I'll hire them all here at the company. Uh-huh. Yes, that's good. Huh? Oh, he didn't expect that. Oh yeah, Jafar. Jafar. Syndria Trading Company has really grown, huh? Yes, well, we become a prominent, yeah, company here in Napoleon, but I believe that it's all because of the people we have encountered up until now. If even one person was missing, it wouldn't have worked. It's because of our friends and allies that we've made it this far. But beyond that, I can feel this power around us, like it's some sort of current, because I can see it. I can see the flow of all the currents turning towards me. Yeah, old friends reunited. The teacher who shared his guidance and looked after me. Everyone I've met up until now has become an ally, but they all came together because the flow of a single destiny. Boom! They're all pointing at him. I'm being guided by destiny. I am someone special. It's like grinning, huh? Like looking, huh? Sinbad was only 16 years old at the time, or at this time. That self-confidence might just have been the arrogance of youth. However, both Sinbad and his surroundings would be swallowed by destiny's unpredictability. Destiny's unpredictable, ever-changing flow. Huh? They're shaking. The next day. Good morning, Lord Sinbad. I, Tamira, wish to thank you for grandness, food and lodging. Hey, she's like bowing. Did you sleep well, young lady? No need to speak of last night, because I'm gonna let you stay as long as you like. Huh? What do you mean? Because that's Drakon. Huh? Look at Dragon's like behind them. Huh? Huh? Like, we got every lady's like, this goes. Like embarrassed. What's going on? It seems awfully noisy out front. Got guards in there? Police officers? Why are they here? Why, you ask? What are you saying? After repeatedly ignoring our notices, we finally caught you, building such a huge company. There had to be something fishy going on. And anyway, we thought you were suspicious from the very beginning. Huh? Wait, what? After all, you guys are the ones who set up an unauthorized street stall, and made money telling stories. We haven't forgotten any of that. Ha ha ha. Ah, the guys from back then. Yeah, the guards. Volume 5, Thursday night. Huh? But what sort of notice are you talking about? I don't recall seeing anything like that. How can you say that? In spite of the fact that Syndria Trading Company has accumulated a huge amount of debt, you have yet to repay even a single coin, and the deadline is today. Huh? What do you say? It's true. So we've come here today to seize your company in compensation for the loans you defaulted on. Why was that hard? It's our own fault for not paying it's your own fault for not paying anything despite receiving countless notices. Wait, I don't remember any loans. That's right. There must be some sort of mistake. I have a contract. He's right. And that looks just like our seal. Who could have done this? He's like shaking. It's over. I've been found out by Sinbad and everyone else. I'm finished. It's like shaking. It can't be. Vitel, it was you. It's like just tearing up. What did he do? Night 61. Mariadel. Yeah, Mariadel Trading Company. Ah, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. He's like just freaking out. Calm down, Vitel. When the world happened? Vitel, explain how you racked up such a large amount of debt right now. Okay. The truth is, after you all sold for Susan, Due to a number of accidents at sea, our company's trade deficit began to rise. We reworked our budget, cut down on unnecessary expenses, and did everything I could think of to get us out of debt. But no matter what I did, it didn't go well. It was then, lady walks in. A woman appeared, saying, "If you lost something, you just need to replace it." She was the head of a predominant company, distinguished even in the capital of Romano. And because of our efforts to raise money, she came to us with an investment opportunity. Like pyramid scheme. She introduced us to goods from an emerging nation, goods that would be valuable investment. She said they'd definitely be profitable. On top of that, we didn't have to pay cash for them, and we're told that it would be an exchange of good faith between us. This sounds fishy. So I made up my mind and requested goods worth more than our company's assets. I thought that nothing could go wrong, but while I looked on in horror, the market value of the goods we invested in dropped, and stayed that way ever since. And now we're left with a debt more than 10 times what those goods are worth. But please believe me, I thought I was doing right by our company. I never imagined it would turn out like this. Like, boom, he just throws at grappling investment debt. Just what the heck did you go and do, you guy? It was for the company and got nothing to do with that. The problem is, how are we gonna pay off this debt? A guy like you, Chuck, should pay with his life, shouldn't he? They're like going in. Jafar? I'll kill you, darn it! Ah! Jafar, calm down. You've gone back to your old habits. Shut it! I know, but I ain't about to let some small fry order me around. Calm down. Calm down now? Are you okay, Vital? Yes. Why didn't you tell us all this sooner? If only you had. I couldn't tell you. I saw how much fun you were having, and I just couldn't say anything. Yay! To our ideal future. Sinbad, I'm sorry. Me too. I'm sorry I didn't notice the situation you were in. Anyway, we must declaim this as quickly as possible. Show me all the documents concerning our investment and all the goods you exchanged. Then, there's something strange about this investment. Think so too, huh? The goods Vital bought are the only ones that saw a rapid price decrease. All of them in quick succession. There's no way this was a mere coincidence. Yeah. It's like someone restricted the influx of these particular goods, and then flooded the market with the very same goods after Vital had invested in them. If one had the ability to manipulate the market to suit their purposes, then this kind of situation would be a possibility. In other words, this investment was a trap set up in order to shut us down. That's competing. Sin, let's discuss this with the Merchants Guild. If we can prove that this investment was a scam, then we may be able to have our debts written off. Huh? No good. That's too slow. Huh? What? Okay. How long will it take to prove? In the meantime, either this company will have already been seized, or our debts will have grown. We have no time, therefore. Boom, he's transformed. Zen! I'm going to talk to the other party directly. Tell me where I can find her, Vitel. Going off the mountain. Rim Empire, capital Romano. Okay. What's wrong? Highness, High Priestess. No. Lady. Shahrazad. Okay. No, it's not. No, it's nothing. Ignatius. My apologies, Lady Sarah Harzad, for someone of your position to come to a banquet held by a mere merchant. Even though you are one of the most influential in the country, you must find this terribly unsatisfactory. No, that's not true. These are the people who built the history of Riem. Without them, Riem would not enjoy the prosperity it does today. They are all beloved citizens of Riem, the Serzard. However, I'll retire for today. Let's return to the temple. Since it seems that tonight may be a little stormy. Wait, she senses Sinbad? Huh? Lady Sarah, it's similar. The flow of the rock, yes. To that great power born 16 years ago. Oh, she felt it. Okay. Welcome to Mariadel. Mariadel, yeah. Welcome to the Mariadel company banquet. Our company's Lady Mater. Our company's Lady Mater is extremely pleased to be able to greet all of her guests tonight. Okay? Like crowded. To a celebration of the Mariadel company. To everyone here. Cheers. Boom, it just comes out lightning. What the? I'm Sinbad, head of the Sindria Trading Company in Napoleon. I'm here to discuss the unjust damage caused to my company. Coming in is the head of the Mariadel company here. A suspicious character. Guards, arrest him. Stop, please. Or please stop. I don't mind. After all, he is one of our clients. Huh? They matter. Or Mater. You're Sinbad, dungeon capturer and head of the developing company. Oh. Like, look at it. I'm the head of this company. Mater, Mariadel. Welcome to my banquet. She looks sinister. Look at her eyes. Like, children around her, like, with mask on? Heck? The Mariadel company. Mater. He. What a cute boy. Those were the eyes. Is he evil? They're like horns too. That's from like her crown. Okay. Night 62. Transaction. Boom. Stand there. I'm the head of the Mariadel company. Mater. I believe this is the first time we've met. Sinbad, head of the Sindria Trading Company. What business did you say brought you here today? Like, and we're like, what? Quit messing around. How can you say that after you cheated my company and forced us into bankruptcy? Cheated? What in the world are you talking about? Sinbad, this must be some kind of misunderstanding. What? It's true that I suggested that your company make an investment. However, that investment was made through an official contract with the agreement of both parties. We as merchants must adhere to our contracts above all else. For you as the head of your company to come here to deny that contract and treat it as no more than scrap paper. I wonder which one of us is really in the wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. This woman. But if you're intentionally manipulating the market value of that investment, isn't that fraud? Are you referring to the sudden decline of the market value? That happens all the time, doesn't it? Where's your proof that I had anything to do with it? And show me the details of all your past transactions. It should make it clear, or that should make it clear. As a merchant, the details of one's transactions are highly classified. There's no way I show them to my competition. Are you going to refuse to acknowledge anything, no matter what I say? Acknowledge something? There's nothing to acknowledge. Just look around you. Chatter. Whisper. Did you see? Just now, that strange lightning-like power. This is the first time I've seen it. Could he be that rumored dungeon conqueror Sinbad? Like, look vengeful. Why is a guy like that here? Sounds like he's having issues negotiating. but they already signed a contract, didn't they? If that's the case, just what did Lady Matter do wrong? Let's settle your business disputes through negotiation. Isn't it awfully rude to force your way in and interrupt a banquet? I've never heard of that company here in the capital. What in the world is he saying? He's just a youngster who doesn't understand the rules of business. This isn't just an ordinary banquet to amass the nobles. The ones gathered here are the owners and employees of companies throughout Romano. I was too careless. In this situation, he's done nothing wrong. Isn't that man the one breaking the rules? I'm at an overwhelming disadvantage. Don't cause any more of a disturbance. Like, guards are like on him. You're trespassing and attempting to extort money. No, I'm really. If you object, then take it to court. I don't have time for that. That's why I'm here. How impertinent. I don't like this. How unsightly. Rural merchants just don't know when to give up. But this is a really good lesson for that young man, isn't it? Yeah, don't go in like shady business deals. About the harsh reality of a merchant's world. Ha ha ha. This is bad. Things just keep getting worse. I suppose like Sinbad could do the same thing she did back to her. I don't know. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't like agree to that. If it goes on like this, Sindra Train Company will be seized. Everyone's home. Our dream. What should I do? Now, everyone, wait a minute. He's still inexperienced as a merchant. Can we all go easy on him for this one little mistake? In only the past year, he's grown enough to be able to do business with me. I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for him. Crushing the spirit of youth isn't good. So, let's give him a chance to recover. Sinbad, why don't we have a contest? Fight my gladiator in a sword match. There hasn't been many people attending the arena I managed lately. Huh? If you agree to participate, I want to forgive you for your rude behavior here today. Contest. Arena? Quit trying to challenge the topic. Wouldn't I ever ask for something like that? Huh? Oh, you're not satisfied? Then how about if I include everything that's happened until now in our deal? If you win, I'll include the debt your company owes. In other words, I'll forgive all the debt of Sindra Train Company. You cannot ask for a better reward, could you? However, you're not allowed to use your metal vessels. Uh-oh. I knew when I saw the lightning earlier. Those weapons are too dangerous. No gladiator would be a match for them. Oh. That's the only restriction. Isn't that a good deal? The company's debts would be forgiven. Is this woman serious? Yeah, a sword match would be fun. How generous she's being to that rude boy. He's a dungeon conqueror, isn't he? He should have plenty of confidence in those arms of his. My. So, if he wins a sword match, then all his debts will be forgiven? There's no way he could find a contest with more favorable conditions than this. You're right. This offer is way too advantageous for me. To become a conqueror, I had to challenge a dungeon with my own strength. Even without my metal vessels, it's clear that I'm stronger than an ordinary person. He's probably going to be pitted against somebody who's not ordinary. Okay. Despite knowing that, Mater is offering me this contest, which clearly seems to be in my favor. This is obviously a trap. Yep, probably a trap. Why is she going so far to draw me into a sword match? Maybe. If I were to lose. But Lady Mater, this is a contest. You have to think about how to deal with him if he loses. Although, in many cases, the one defeated in the arena loses his life to the opposition. That's right. If he loses, but lives, slavery. Oh, you lose. You will become my property. You will become my slave. Huh? Or slave? Well, that's only reasonable. Living as a slave is better than dying. Sinbad, you must understand I'm doing you a favor. Like inverted eyes. I can't just unconditionally offer to absolve your debts now, can I? With a contest like this, I've given you, with all your confidence and ability, a fair chance. If you win, you'll get everything you want. There's no problem with that, is there? This woman. Don't tell me this was a real goal. So, will you try, or won't you? Make your decision. All the eyes are like on him. I will. Oh. This contest is unacceptable. If I win, you forgive my debt. There's no way I want that badly enough to be willing to bet me. Huh? What's he saying? He won't accept such a favorable contest? What's he thinking? I'm not saying it would be unacceptable to everyone. Only that, with these conditions, I'm at a disadvantage. That's right, isn't it? I'm a dungeon conqueror. And in only 1 year, I managed to create a company that can compete with the best in Napoleon, right? If I lose 1 or 2 of my shops now, it won't really hurt me. I'll just build them again. I'm saying that I'm worth a whole lot more than my company is. So I demand that you change the conditions. That's right. At the very least, my debts should be forgiven when I win. Huh? They should be forgiven as soon as I agree to participate. In other words, I want you to pay up now. What? What did he say? Right. Now, what an idiotic command. Were you making light of Lady Mater's kindness? Adding on conditions? There should be a limit to your lack of respect. You need to abide by our rules. Or abide by their rules. No. Nope. No. It's only natural when you take into consideration the box office revenue of having a dungeon conqueror appear in your arena. In fact, with these conditions and the way my presence will attract an audience to your arena, you're getting off cheap. I know this is just a bluff, but in business, it's not just money and confidence that are important. It's essential to develop the ability to influence any situation. And no matter what options you have, to turn the tables in your favor. In order to get the upper hand over your opponent, create a situation where the final choice is your own. That's the key to negotiating. That's right. Or yeah, that's right. Like I stand back and watch them crush the company we struggle to build from the ground up. In order to protect the company, I have to use the company as my shield and make them believe that it has no value. In exchange, if I bet myself, whether or not I participate in the match is my choice. In the first place, this sword match was set up as a trap, so I have to improve my position, even if only slightly. Don't let them realize. Don't let them suspect otherwise. I'll lose this bet. Huh? It's like glowing. Huh? So, if I participate or not, the choice is yours. Will you change the conditions? Make your decision. I get it. I've lost. You got away with words. I'll accept your conditions. Okay? Kill. Bring me the parchment. Yes. Our company's seal has been stamped on this contract. As soon as you sign in the participants column, the Mariadel company will pay off your company's debts. Just as we agreed. If that's the case, now participate in your sword match. This is fine. At least I was able to protect Cinderella Train Company. Oh. The contract is complete, Sinbad. Just remember this. For a merchant, a contract is something we adhere to above all else, no matter what your reasons may be. I won't allow the contract to be broken. But if you and I agree to the conditions, don't forget that for even a second. He's really emphasizing that. That's how it is, after all. I wonder why Mater has been pushing Syndria Trading Company so relentless. There must be. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, we have quite an uproar this evening. Dungeon Conqueror Sinbad has agreed to bet on himself, and the sword match of the century has been decided. The match will be in 3 days. It will be held at the main branch of our company, in the Special Administration District, Rio Venus Island. I'll put on a marvelous show. So everyone, please be sure to come and see it. Like, yeah. A reason for Mater to target us. To get her hands on me. Even if she wants to crush Syndria Trading Company, that doesn't mean that she despises me. The real objective is probably to get her hands on me. Okay. Like, what's with the people with like the blindfolds? By using a sword match as a setup, she worked in slavery as one of the conditions. So, it seems like she wants me. I used that knowledge to turn the tables, figuring that my demands would be accepted. That's why I was able to make such a ridiculous bet. And I won that bet, naturally, because I am the man loved by destiny. There's no way there could be a future in which I'm defeated. Oh, he's getting too cocky. No matter what kind of trap you think you'll set for me, I'll show you that I can overcome it. You aren't needed in my future. Huh? I'll eliminate any obstacles in my way. That's because I was chosen by destiny to follow this path. Boom. Night 63. Departure. I spoke with a Mariadel company. The other day, all of Syndria Trading Company's debts have been taken care of. Okay? Everyone, please return to your normal duties. So, that means we can all continue to work for the company? Yep. Alright, yeah. Hooray! Yahoo! Yay! For a moment, I wonder what would become of us all. I'm so glad the company is safe. It's okay if we all stay here. Huh? Let's take care of all the work that we built up. Huh? So that means the company wasn't ruined because of me. Yay! That's great. Show some regret. Yes, he's like pounding. Everyone's like teary up, like celebrating. Looks like everyone's energy returned. They really didn't want to lose Syndria Trading Company. It's like a home to all of us. Well, I'm off then. The arena starts in 3 days, so I've got to hurry. I'll be back as soon as the match is over. I'm counting on you till then. Sure, leave it with me. Be careful and come back in one piece. Nah, if it's Sinbad, he'll definitely be fine. He's fought with us with his bare hands. Huh? Hey. He's fought all sorts of people and monsters before. I don't have any worries about his fighting ability. Just worried that in the middle of things, a woman might catch his eye and cause him to lose everything. I was surprised that time. Hey. Huh? Even I keep my public and private affairs separate. You know. Boom. Wait just a minute, Sin. I'm going with you. Oh, Jafar's going with you? Jafar. What about work? I've already given out all my instructions regarding work. Everything else can be handled by our excellent employees. That's not a problem. But this isn't a type of trip you need to accompany me on. No, it really is. This whole incident happened because I wasn't paying close enough attention to what those around us were saying. You entered enemy territory alone and accepted this ridiculous match. Just what do you plan to do if it's a trap? You're too egotistical. Just think about how the rest of us feel. Like Smurgan. What? Is there something strange about that? Huh, you haven't changed a bit. That part of you is exactly the same as it was the day we met. You're the only one that sees the bad things about me. Huh? The things I dislike about myself. And tells me about them so frankly. It's because I have someone like you around that I can be sure that someone's watching my back for me. I'm not planning to become someone's subordinate. If someday you become boring and fail me, I'll kill you right away. It's like, oh, thanks, Shafar. Like, pass him. That's just part. That's just a natural part of a subordinate's job. More importantly, if something happens during the sword match, what do you intend to do about it? Being left without the head of the company is no laughing matter, is it? I said I'll be fine. You don't need to worry, but I'll leave behind a plan for the future. Right. To put someone in charge temporarily. Let's discuss it and decide together. Wouldn't someone like Rurumu be good? She got a good grip on things. Haha. She might just be better in charge than you. Huh? What? Wait just a minute. Oh, he doesn't like that. I'm here because Sinbad is here. Can't imagine this company without Sinbad. Please, don't say such careless things, Vital. Vital. Of course. I was just joking around. Sinbad. Huh. You have the devil's luck, as always, Sinbad. What's the Princess Saradine. Being kidnapped by a business rival. Moreover, a female traitor. Isn't that just like you and your company? With that lewd look on your face, she's probably seduced you too, didn't she? How deplorable. Where's your humility as the leader of the company? Princess, that's not what. She's the same as always. Let's get going before this turns into something troublesome. Sin. Sin, he's like walking up. Boom. Like, huh? Young lady, are you jealous? Oh, how nice. All because of me, even though you say you hate me. Is it really okay? Let me see such a cute side of you. Like, what's he doing? Huh? What are you saying? I don't. That's ridiculous. Well, you're waiting here just to see me off, weren't you? Even if you won't admit it, I know it's true. Look, there's a leaf caught in your hair. Take the leaf. I wonder how long you were waiting here for me. I'm happy, but it wouldn't be good for you to catch a cold waiting out here. Don't worry, we'll meet again soon. After all, I've got you, the goddess of victory, on my side. Don't I, young lady? Like blushing. Princess, Lord Sinbad didn't mean anything bad. Huh? He didn't want you to worry. That is, Princess. Like blushing, yeah. Huh? Ridiculous. This what is cute about me? It's like, get mad. I am the Imperial Princess of Batheria, the poisonous spider princess that, as a word, led thousands of soldiers into battle. To call me something like young lady so many times? Huh? That man really is bold, arrogant, egotistical. Someone like that, tearing up. What should I do now? Rocks like flying off. 3 days later, at an island. Amazing. This is the headquarters of Mariadel Company, Rio Venus Island. Boom. Big. Mariadel Company, Special Administration District, Rio Venus Island. Ooh. Like Italy. What's that? Rio? No. Where they have the gondolas. Huh. Okay. Night 64. Rio Venus Island. Huh? I was like, this is Rio Venus Island. Rio Venus Island. One of the main locations of trade owned by the predominant and powerful families of the Mariadel family, or Mariadel Company. Built to show appreciation to merchants from various places. It became a place where they can privately enjoy popular attractions like casinos and the arena. Now, it serves as the center of commerce where tourists come and go freely. Even if it's referred to as a single facility, is really as large as a town. That shows just how much political power and how much resources the Mariadel company actually has. But, awesome. 10 wins in a row. Since like gambling, you just jump right in. Well, you're amazing. Turn that much in with a single coin. You have unbelievable luck. Next, I'll bet all of it on 7 black. He's like, oh, he's taking it. What do you think you're doing, Sin? Like, tied him up. This place is full of casinos, right? I thought I'd go in and give it a try, and I just kept winning. Think I might really be a talented gambler. That's because your life is full of nothing but gambling. Then please stop acting like you're here sightseeing. Here you go. Pineapples? Oh, they're eating pineapples, okay. This is a special administrative district. Want one? Yes. Like Jim's pineapple. Although it's a territory of Riem, it doesn't follow Riem's laws. But it's a self-governed region with its own unique laws. Whatever happens here, it's difficult for anyone outside to interfere. It's like a whole separate country. Please don't forget that we're in the middle of our enemy's territory. Like, they're far. I'm gonna eat that next. They're at like the palace. Lady Mater, it's Lady Mater. Huh? Like torch? Lady Mater, take me with you. No, she's taking me with her today. Lady Mater, can you play with us today? Lady Mater, Lady Mater. Hey, you guys, don't cause any trouble for Lady Mater. Huh? Lady Mater has business at the has business at the arena today. Any of you that can't fight should step back. That guy, he's so conceited just because Lady Mater has taken a liking to him. No fighting. Don't worry, all of you are my precious little children. What? You all continue to be sensible. Follow my orders and only listen to what I say. And you'll definitely become fine adults someday. Oh, they all have collars on their necks. They're slave children? You should cooperate and not fight with each other. So that you can help, protect, and support me. Understood? Like raising... Huh? You're such good children, aren't you? Yes. Lady Mater. About who will face that man Sinbad in the match. Yes, I've already made up my mind. There isn't anyone suitable except for that child. Him? Oh, you're dissatisfied? No, that's not it. It's just that I can never understand what he's thinking, so frankly, I don't like him. It's true that boy has yet to completely become my child. That's why I can't release him from the weight of the shackles he wears. I have hopes for his future. That child will definitely become my little boy. Like doing push-ups? Mesmer. Wait. Well, it's time to make your appearance, Mesmer. Isn't the guy who's with Sinbad in Magi Labyrinth? It's like the giant dude. Wait. He's the same as Morgana. And Sinbad's going against him, like, with just a sword, not his, like, things. Sin. This is as far as I can go. Past this point, only the gladiators are allowed. Got it. Leave your personal effects here. You have to use the clothes and weapons they lend to you in the arena. Got it. Isn't his sword? Now you are just a regular guy with no metal vessels, just like everyone else. And just who was it that picked a fight with this normal guy in the past? Please forget everything about my days as assassin. Well then, see you later. Goes off. You strip him. A new foe. Okay. Now we'll bring you the sword match, sponsored by Mariadel Company. Today's match is a special match that can be seen just this once. The challenger is that man, the venturer who has crossed many seas and sent his name thundering across the lands. I think many of you may be here today to see him for yourself. The young dungeon capturer. His name is Sinbad. "Roar!" And they're like cheering him on. So this is an arena. It feels a bit intimidating. The audience is enthusiastic. Dungeons feel more tense, but they're all cheering. That's it. This place isn't all that different from the amphitheater in Napoleon. The only difference is that this is a one-on-one sword match. In fact, the thought of fighting a match with no metal vessels for the first time in a long time is pretty exhilarating. No matter who my opponent is, I'll win. And representing the Mariadel company, a warrior of renowned military service, known by all here on Venus Island, with T strength enough to tear down to the bone if he gets a hold of his opponent's neck. The Red Beast has sent over 100 gladiators to the graves. Can our young challenger defeat the beast? Huh? Hey, wait a minute. Come in. Kid? Like, little. You're joking, right? No matter how big a spectacle you want to make this, I can't fight a child. Boom! He's like swinging him. What the heck? He has like Cloudbuster. Got the Buster Sword in here? What the heck is he? Like, dude has a big sword. Like twice the size of him. Just stand there. Knight 65, Gladiator. What the heck? This Masmer guy, Brat is. No, focus on the match. The problem is that giant sword. With amazing physical strength, I think even most adults would find it hard to wield a sword like that. Huh? Sin! Boom, he goes down. Like, Sinbad just like gets that way. Huh? He's fast. Like, ranging. Boom, he's like carving through the side of the amphitheater. He cut the arena wall clean too. Go boom. My. He's destroying the arena again. That child just can't control his strength. When an unbelievable attack. If it hit someone, they would die instantly. There's no way anyone can survive in one piece. Boom, he is strong. That child isn't normal. He's transcended human ability. Boom. So this is a match with the Dungeon Conqueror. The kid is pretty impressive too. Go Sinbad! It's true that that child is strong. Stronger than any person we've met up until now. But that's if we're talking about an ordinary person. As a dungeon captor, Sinbad is different. Grin. Finish the match now, Mesmer. Going in. You're pretty amazing, aren't you, kid? You're this strong as just a child. I look forward to seeing what you can do when you grow up. But just goes up, slides across the sword. Huh? No matter how strong you are, or how huge your sword is, your skills are still that of a child. I'm more experienced than you are. If you're only competing in swordsmanship, there are guys better than you. You lose this one. He's going. Don't worry, you're just a kid. So I'll use the back of my sword. Just drops the sword. Huh? Boom! Gut punch. Broken stomach. Ugh. Those eyes. It can't be. They made her know would it turn out like this. Or they made her know that it would turn out like this way. Darn it! I failed to protect this. It's like boom. From the very beginning, this was her goal. Like what? Like down. Silence. Guards come check. Sinbad has lost consciousness, which means the winner is Mariadel Company's Gladiator Mazrar. Huh? It's over. Is this some kind of joke? Dungeon Conqueror lost that quickly? And I bet on Sinbad. Came all the way here just to see a match like this. As far as like what? He's pointing at his like blades. There's no response from the household vessel. Huh? No response from the household vessel. This had never happened before. So why now? Oh, it's like you're that child who is friends with Sinbad, aren't you? What are you doing in a place like this? You? I thought it was strange. This match. It was a trap after all, wasn't it? Huh? Whatever you mean. There's no way Sin could lose that easily. You arranged all of it, didn't you? Of course not. You saw it, didn't you? They both had a fair chance. I may have chosen a rather special gladiator, but isn't that only fair when facing a dungeon conqueror? But if you're that determined to contest it, why didn't you ask him yourself, huh? Bring him here. This comes in just slaved. This can't be Sin. Like, if he lost, he would become my slave. That's the contract we made. He accepted those terms and fought the match. I still have the contract. For a merchant, a contract is something binding, isn't it? Isn't that right, Sinbad? Jafar, stop. It's just like she said. I lost. Take a look. It's like gum in the collar. Even the one who has become my slave has accepted the reality of the situation himself. So how would like Mesmer get part of slave? You've sold off and can't break out. So if you understand now, hurry along and go home. This can't be Sin. Looking up. Well then, farewell. Turn away. Sin! I'm sorry. I can't save you as I am now. But I'm also not giving up. I'll definitely find a way to come back and free you. Until then, please stay safe. Like, oh. This reminds me of like Fishman Island. Or no. Maybe when they were in like the Archipelago Auction House. Like that. Wow. So this is when we like met Mesmer. Okay. Night 66, slave. You got cells? Please, let me out of here. I'm not lying. I'm your slave, Lady Mater. I respect you and intend to serve you for the rest of my life. Huh? Darn it, it's like knocked in. Did he dent in the door? What's like Mater so upset? I can't think of anything in particular. A few hours earlier. Welcome. This will be your home from now on. Huh? This is a home? Upside down cross and like tables and chairs. Instead of a home. It looks a lot more like a monastery or a church. Lady Mater. It's Lady Mater. Lady Mater, welcome home. Let's play. Listen to my story. Stop it. Lady Mater is busy. There are so many slaves. And they're only children. Are you surprised? All the slaves here are children. We take in war orphans and children with no relatives and make them into slaves. Although even if you want to call them slaves, most of them are at an age where they can't do much. They don't do any real work. Under this roof, they're granted the authority to eat, drink, and sleep whenever they want. Just like ordinary children. All of this was set up by Lady Mater. Oh, he takes her hand. Lady Mater, put so much thought into taking care of your slaves. You're a kind, noble, and beautiful person. Like, surprised? I'm honored to be able to serve a person like you, Lady Mater. My beloved master, you're everything to me. Silence. Such insolence. How dare you, slave, speak to me like that? You're not one of my children yet. Ow, it's like being pulled. You need to be punished. I truly am glad to have someone beautiful like Miss Mater as my master. So what was wrong with what I said? I don't get it. Try to seduce her. Is this what she meant by punishment? Like locked up? Seems like I'm being punished by being put in this chamber. But it doesn't look like they're planning on filling it with any more water. Oh, he's like, uh-oh. They're gonna electrocute him? It is some kind of trick to scare children. What about this what about this is punishment? Well, she's gone to all this trouble to get her hands on me. There's no way she'll kill me. If I just wait, she'll have to let me out sooner or later. I just have to be patient until then. It's cold. Oh. Why? I was fine until just a minute ago. Could it be the water? She has like a freezing ability? I let my guard down, no matter how shallow the water is. The water is water. It's reducing my blood temperature bit by bit. Huh? Gotta try to reduce the amount of contact I have with the water. Hey! I've reflected enough. Please, hurry up. Let me out. And let me out. It's so cold I can't stand it. Huh? Is this really okay? If you leave me soaking wet like this, my body temperature will continue to drop or I'll die. And I'll die. Are you really okay with that? Like still nothing? If you wanted me to think about my actions, I have. You punished me enough. When are you gonna let me out of here? Like, when he's on the ground. He's using his hands to like lift himself out of the water. That's right. There's no way she'll kill me. I've got to cool down. I've got to calm down. I've got to try and I've got to try to do something to keep my temperature from dropping even further. Is he gonna do like handstand push-ups? It's alright. I won't die in a place like this. Not here. Not good. Can't get warmer. I'm cold. I'm still cold. How long do I have to stay here like this? Like wear him down. That's right. Why did I think that someone might come to let me out soon? How many more minutes? More hours? More days do I have to wait for the store to open? Will I really be able to get out of here? If Mater gives up on me, will I just let her? Will I just be left here like this? I can't stop my hands from shaking. No matter what I try, my temperature keeps dropping. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. It feels like I'm on a snowy mountainside. The water is freezing me to the bone. How many hours have I been here? No one is coming. I'm cold, so cold, too cold. Because I thought there was no chance that she killed me. I wasn't really worried. But that was just an assumption. It was my arrogance. And that was exactly what led to my defeat in the arena. There's nothing that guarantees that I'll be saved. What if I stay like this? If I stay here like this? In this cold? If my body can't withstand it all? Huh? In the water? I stopped shivering. Am I dying? Comes in. Comes up. Oh, you poor thing. You're shivering so much. You must have felt helpless in there, didn't you? That's fine now. You're safe here. Here. Sleep in mother's arms. You don't have to feel scared anymore. So warm. Maybe now. I won't ever have to be locked up like this again. Thank you. I appreciate, Lady Mater. Huh? Appreciate? Is that what a child should say while being held by his beloved mother? That's no good, Sinbad. Oh. Food's like poured down on the ground. You're still not one of my children. More punishment. Take him away. Punishment? I'm gonna be locked up in that room again? Please. I'll do whatever you say. I'll change my bad habits and the way I speak. So please, don't punish me anymore. I can't take any more of that freezing, death-like cold. Huh? Like, look at him. You still don't understand, do you? I don't want to hear your excuses. Huh? Till you accept me from the bottom of your heart, till you really become my child, your punishment will never end. Oh, No! He's being dragged away. I don't want to go back in there. No, 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 no! And he's locked up. Poor Sinbad. Night 67. Acting head. Huh? Sinbad became a slave? The author made a mistake, but the island has another name. Oh. Yes, he was defeated in the area in the arena of this Sicilian island. Huh? It had a different name. Okay. So as stated in the contract, he became a slave of Mariadel company. For Mr. Sinbad to lose. Can't believe it. What will happen to this company without its leader? More importantly, what about Mr. Sinbad's safety? Now is not the time to worry about work. Huh? Like I'm gonna bring him back. Huh? What? Sin entrusted things to me. No matter what it takes, I'll find a way to free him. Jafar, do you have some kind of plan? No. I'll come up with one. Calm down. It won't do any good to blindly rush into things, will it? I'm calm. But there isn't any time. Jafar. Everyone, please stop arguing. Oh, Miss Rumu comes in. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back at home giving birth? Jafar. Wait, did you already have a child? Wait, you having a second child? Jafar. What was that just now? I'm sure I taught you that no matter what situation you find yourself in, you must take the time to calmly plan a course of action. When you panic, it's impossible for others to go about their business as usual. If you don't understand that, then you won't be capable of becoming Lord Sinbad's right-hand man. You understand what I mean, don't you? Yes? Wow. The little guy really grew, didn't he? What a surprise. Yo, long time no see. But Pibariga? Oh, little kid. Oh, wait, she doesn't. Okay. Why are you here? Huh? This place is full of guys, right? Thought you might need someone to help look after the kids. So I tag along. Huh? Look after the kids, you mean? What? Wait. That's his sister? Huh? Was that his sister? Okay. Kids. Yeah, they were born without problems. Brother. Or should I say, Daddy? Huh? Wait, what? Brother should say Daddy. Those hugs. Oh, he has twins. You have two new healthy twin daughters. Oh. I understand. In order to take care of the debts incurred by Vital, Lord Sinbad ended up becoming a slave. What a difficult situation. I'm sorry. Dale's like apologizing. Don't hang your head, Vital. We can't change what has already happened. The responsibility for what happened also falls on me. After all, I left you here to look after things alone. Let's devote all our energy to figuring out a way to rescue Lord Sinbad. We must work together. Jafar, you're the last one to see Lord Sinbad. What did he say? He didn't say anything, but at that time I thought, with a look in his eyes, Sin has not given up. If he can still focus on his goals, then we must move forward too. However, we're only an average company. Our debts in this incident are a result of contractual agreements made with the Mariadel company. We have no real means of disputing anything. Even if we appeal to our allies or other outside help, it's still a dispute between merchants. Merchants must settle disputes among themselves. However, as we are now, we have no way of doing that. There's nothing we can do. Jafar, I understand where you come from. You think that we have to clear this up with only the help of those within the company, but you are not mistaken, huh? Sindra Crane Company is a new organization. We have little experience, little knowledge, and few supporters. Since that's the case, it's only natural for us to rely on outside help. For example, the king of Balbad, King Rashid, thanks to his guidance, we were able to establish his company. In a way, he's our benefactor. I heard that with his head for business, in a single generation, King Rashid turned Balbad into a prosperous country of maritime trade. If he learns of the danger of his friend Sinbad is in, surely he'll help us figure out a way to fight this as merchants. Let's hurry to Balbad. Wait, stops him. Yeah. How many times have I told you? Don't be so rash. Why do you think I suggested that you ask King Rashad? That's because it is now. Huh? There's a major assembly held for world leaders at this time of the year. And that assembly is held here in the center of the world, Riem Empire's capital, Romano. There's no need to go all the way to Balbad, get it? Here's a letter of introduction. Make sure you're polite. I'll be back. I'll go. Proud, yeah. As senior staff member, I, Rurumu, will take on the position as the temporary head of the company. Oh, she's just stepping up. So proud. Everyone, please return to your normal duties. Things will be busy from now on. Prince is like, huh? Miss Syndra, Mr. Drakon, I heard about your situation. However, this is an emergency. I'd like to ask you to help with our company's work. You want our help? Yes. Even one extra pair of hands will be helpful. If you're okay with my friend. Huh? What a joke. Why the heck should I have to work but for Sinbad's company? Better stand there. Might as well help. That man was overconfident in his strength, and that led to enslavement. You reap what you sow, right? So why should I? She's like, Christ. Princess, we owe Sinbad our gratitude. I still don't approve him. The Sardine, what? Like, oh, get slapped. Oh, I'm the daughter of the chief of Almachok. Although our positions may be different, I still bear the role of a princess just like you. However, you fled your country and are now taking refuge here at the Syndra Train Company, who has protected you and supported you up until today. Shouldn't you stop to think about the people around you? She's like touching her cheek. I already know that. Everyone has. Sinbad has done so much for me, and I know that. But I couldn't say anything. Is it really okay to say something now? After all this time? How can I even express my feelings? I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry. Oh, she just started bawling. Comes in for a hug. Oh. If you don't know what to do, just do whatever you think is right. There's no one here that wouldn't smile at that. Huh? So stop being afraid. Stop running away. Face your own feelings. Free yourself from the past and let yourself move forward. It's alright. I'll accept you after all. I'm like a mother to everyone here. This company and all its employees are like my children. Oh, like tearing up. You're one of them now, too, Miss Sardine. Now, why didn't you apologize to your friends for being impolite? Huh? Princess Sardine may be able to change too. Just as I changed when I had my country and my family taken from me. If she can let go of her pain and her darkness, someday she'll definitely... wait, did I read those wrong? She'll definitely, just as I changed when I had my country and my family taken from me. Okay. For now, we must keep an eye on these small changes and move forward. Oh, are you actually gonna change? Knight 68, slave trader. I'm guessing that Sinbad coming in with chains on his ankles. All the kids are eating. One's like terrified looking, like bread. See that strange newcomer? I heard he was put in the punishment room for weeks. Huh? That's never been done to anyone before. He must be a bad child. Quotations. He just falls over because he tipped over a stool. Gets up. He never says anything and never responds to anything. Huh? Is that guy really one of us? Wow. Several weeks had passed since Sinbad became a slave. During that time, his terrible punishment continued. However, Mater never acknowledged him as her child. Oh, she, like pulling him with the chains. His punishments became harsher and evolved into actual torture. Aw. Both his mind and his body were worn down. In order to lessen his punishments, he strove to become something that Mater would approve of, but his words, his attitude, Mater saw through everything, and all his efforts backfired. Oh. All of the punishment that Sinbad was forced to suffer through drove him to a certain mental state. Immobility? Huh? Immobility. He's like broken out of his cuffs. I must not respond to anything. I must not think. I must not speak. I must treat everything as if it's nothing, or I'll be punished again. Through the countless moments of anguish, he learned to close off his heart. In the end, he was never acknowledged as Mater's child. Huh? Is it really okay? Let him out of into the common room with everyone else? I think it's a bad idea. We don't know what kind of influence he'll have on the others, and above all, he's unstable. I understand how you feel, but if we continue to punish him, his heart will die. It will be dangerous if I don't ensure that he respects me from the bottom of his heart. So let's keep an eye on his condition and make sure that someday he really can become one of my children. The soul gone. It's alright. If he spends time with other children, I'm sure he'll come around. After all, I already asked the child in his room to look after him. Oh, Mesmer, huh? He's gonna be sharing a room from. He's gonna be sharing a room from now on. He's a weird guy, but we were asked to look after him by Lady Mater, so we couldn't say no. Mater, or Masmer. It's the guy that's here because you defeated him. So you gotta look after him. Huh? I'm scared. Don't act up and cause us any trouble. Huh? It's okay. Lady Mater says so. We can use our strength to reform him. Like just teary eye. The children here really like Lady Mater, huh? Huh? He says something. He can talk? I understood him. He's not just a wild animal. Oh. That's right. We all love Lady Mater. Lady Mater is our kind and generous mother. Mothers in quotations. She rescued almost all the children that are here. When I was about to die of starvation in the slums, when I was sad and lonely after being sold off to, by my real mother and father. Aww. Little girl is aww. She picked us up and raised us. She's like a goddess to us. She's tricking the kids. That's why we want to hurry and grow up, so we can be useful to our mother, to help the savior we owe our lives to. After that, Mazur took Sinbad's hand and led him underground. That person, going up. He's the leader of all the slaves here. Okay. You should introduce yourself. Head slave of Mater's company, Fatima. So you're the new slave. I heard about you from Lady Mater. I'm Fatima, the head slave here. Just look at you. I guess it's true that you got a lot of punishment. You don't respect Lady Mater. You don't obey Lady Mater. You still can't become one of Lady Mater's children. Why in the world is she keeping a guy like you around? Taking a good look at you. Well, you're not bad, but Mr. Fatima, I brought you the new ones for today. I'll leave them to you. Huh? One thing right after another. There's no end. Huh? This one, this one, this one. Like picking them. All the rest can be shipped out to the slave auction. Also, this one is a bit jaundiced. Get rid of it. Jaundiced. Like sickly. But that's something that happens to children a lot. You just use a little makeup. You just try to tell me what to do, huh? How dare you, a mere slave, disobey me, the head of slaves? The only one in this world that can order me around is Lady Mater. You're not needed here. Ship him out. Oh, he can do that to other. Please, don't ship me out. I still want to be here, Mr. Fatima. Being locked up. The Mariadel company manages the Special Administration District in Ria Venus Island. However, that's only one side of their business. Underneath, it hides a darker side, slave trading. Like Dressrosa. The dark business of treating humans as mere things that can be bought and sold in the market. In other words, human trafficking. The Mariadel company supported the slave market and became the world's most prominent company dealing in the slave trade. They were able to gain such a position because of the way the head of the company divided slaves into groups. In other words, he was able to decide what qualified slaves as different classes. Okay. Slaves that had few abilities or were unattractive or had little worth were given a low class rating. Those slaves were shipped out to the marketplace immediately and put up for auction. However, it was different for slaves given a high class rating. They were kept in Lady Mater's home to receive various training, and they became high class slaves whose services were offered only to the elite. The class selection determined the course of a slave's life, and the one Lady Mater put in charge of making this decision was her head slave Fatima. Earned Lady Mater's complete trust. As proof of that, Lady Mater has allowed me to act as her right hand, as her head slave. My current position and way of life are both thanks to Lady Mater. Lady Mater means everything to me. Ah, Lady Mater, my everything, my goddess-like mother. It's such a shame that you don't yet realize her magnificence. But don't worry, you'll understand someday. Someday you'll be fulfilled with adoration. Children are crying, ripped off. Like, boom. And we'll see like the dark side of this. They're like, yay, we're the upper class slaves. Night 69. King's Advice. Okay. Ria Venus Island. Mariadel Company Headquarters. Okay. Like doing tobacco. So how's Sinbad doing? He has been integrated with the children in the home and participating in activities with Masber. Even Masber's levels of cooperation seem to be improving. However, neither of them talk much. So it is impossible to judge any further changes. I see. Maybe it's time to give that child a proper role. They made her. It comes in. Here's my report about our profit at today's slave auction. Thank you, as always, Fatima. You're such a good boy. Keep up the good work. Yes, Lady Mater. It's like, looks at the other slave. Huh. You're not the only one that gets to stay by Lady Mater's side. You're not useful for anything but handling slaves. You are all bark and no bite. What do you say? And they're like butting heads. My. You can't remember that every head. Wait. My. You can't even remember that with your empty head. Huh? Kill. Fatima, don't argue. I don't want to see my cute little children fighting. Besides, Fatima, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. Of course, what is it? It's about Sinbad. Ezra, pick us up. Huh? Boom, just pick him up and like, whoa. Mazra is amazing, huh? He can lift up this big heavy thing and he can fight against adults and... Is there some kind of secret to that red hair? Hey, Mazra. Huh? It's because I'm a Fenris. Fenris? I'm from the Dark Continent. What's that? Never heard of it. Hey Sinbad, have you ever heard of Fenris? Like, not saying anything? No, no good. He won't respond at all. He's still really weird. Comes in. Oh. Looks at his wrist. Come here for a minute. Huh? Meanwhile. Oh, we got the king. I understand the situation. He ran off and did something rash, didn't he? I want to get Sin back, however possible. King Rashid. Isn't there some way to help him? Your Majesty, the Mariadel company is a prominent company, even Riem. The slave traders. They hold a large share of the world market. And here in Riem, they're the ultimate authority. So if you can, like, I don't know, disrupt their slave trade, you take all their power. That's because Riem is a country that has prospered thanks to the existence of slaves. The company has flourished because of the fact that slavery is an institution in Riem. If the Balbad royal family was to intervene, it would become an international incident. It would damage the friendly relations between the two countries. We must interfere, King Rashad. That's right. There's nothing we can do. Well, please, somehow. Were you asking for help on a national level? Or we're not asking for help on a national level. Please, just give us your advice as a merchant. I can't. No matter what kind of advice I give you, they find out and tie it back to Balbad. It will still be considered international interference. You don't understand that, don't you? You understand that, don't you? That can't be. He introduced me to everyone. He gave me a place to belong. He taught me that there is light in the world. How have I grown? How am I a good follower? I haven't changed at all, have I? He's like, can't accept this. I can't even save someone so important. Now so fast, boy. I didn't say I'd given up on anything. Huh? Your Majesty. Wait a minute. Please, we can't interfere. That is right. Because it would become an international incident. However, Rashad Sarja, King of Sinbad, is only visiting here in Romano on his foreign travels. I'm not taking part in diplomatic activities and official business during every moment of the day. I have time to walk around the city or sit down and enjoy my meal. In other words, I have at least that much freedom. Jafar. Let me say this once more. I can't help Cinder a trading company as king of Balbad. However, I can take the time to sit down and talk with a friend like this, especially if that friend is you, one of the followers of my sworn friend Sinbad. But I won't give advice or take action. I'll leave it up to you to decide how we spend our time together. Picks up a glass. So, for example, we can do something like this. We can do something like just sit here and have tea like this. Okay? Let's have tea again. I'll leave the arrangements up to you. What are you doing? King Rashad. I'm not sure what he meant. That was surely some kind of important hint. I must take this information back to the company. Your Majesty, there should be a limit to your fun. It's just like I said. This is just part of my foreign travels. Huh? By the way, Barkek? What has happened with the search for that child? What has happened with the search for that child? We're just speaking with a child. So jog my memory. Yes, we're still searching. You still haven't found anything. Okay. Wait, what? Hey, straighten up a little. You're gonna make me look bad too. Huh? Listen up. Starting today, you'll be trained on how to do my job. Huh? You being like replaced? You're now the assistant to the head slave. Be happy. Also, those clothes are only given to slaves with official positions. You better take good care of them. Like, was I confused? I want you to teach that boy to do your job. I'm telling you, huh? Make me teach the guy like this about the job I have such pride in. It's what his lady made her thinking. She's trying to replace. They can like fight. Be like the head slave controller guy. Just something planned. I don't know. Well, that is the end of volume 8. So Sinbad gets into slavery. Sold as a slave. Basically put in slavery, yeah. Wow. What are your thoughts about this? How did he get out? Like, and he found Mesmer? Yeah. How did the I'm guessing like Mesmer helps him like escape or something? I don't know. Or Jafar finds out from talking to the king. Do they upset the slave trade? Like, yeah, we'll stop interfering if you give Sinbad back. And well, yeah, I don't know. Well, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, leaving suggestions and recommendations down below. Greatly appreciated. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.